Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you're having a great week. We just started reading through the Gospel of Luke a few days ago, so we get to hear about the life of Jesus from a third perspective now, from Luke himself. And I think Luke, his introduction, I don't know if you caught this or not, is very helpful for me in terms of the way that I think about faith. Sometimes we think about faith as believing in something without or maybe even in spite of the evidence before us. Right? And we talk about faith being blind faith, that you just have to trust in something that you can't see for which there's no proof or evidence of. And that's actually not the biblical perspective on faith. Faith is trust, right? But Luke tells us very clearly that he wants us to believe this because there is evidence to believe it, right? So Luke starts his gospel by saying, Many have undertaken to draw up an account of the things that have been fulfilled among us, just as they were handed down to us by those who were first eyewitnesses and servants of the word. So he's saying, Look, I talked to people who saw Jesus. There were people who walked with him and talked with him, who saw them with Jesus with their own eyes. And I'm writing this to you as one who's investigated this, right? In verse 3, with this in mind, since I myself have carefully investigated everything from the beginning, I too decided to write an orderly account. Luke wants us to know that the stories of Jesus he's about to tell are true and they're real. He's done his homework, right? There's a foundation for this, there's a basis for this. Our faith in Jesus is not faith in Jesus despite the evidence or without evidence. No, Luke is saying there's evidence everywhere if we would just have eyes to see it. And so we are here today where we are at, believers in Jesus, because there's a good reason to be believers in Jesus, because Jesus rose from the dead, right? Proving that he is God, proving that he's more powerful than death itself. And there are people who saw it and witnessed it, and that story has been passed down. And so, yes, there is still an aspect of faith that is trusting in something that you cannot see. But even though we can't see the resurrection of Jesus, right, there's evidence that it has happened. Our faith has a foundation. And so wanted to encourage you in that today. So don't lose heart. Being a person of faith is not easy. But it's also not without a good reason that we are where we are because of a long history of people who have gone before us, some who even witnessed the resurrection of Jesus himself. So, hope you're blessed by Luke's gospel as you read through it and by the rest of the Bible reading. And I look forward to being back with you next time.